Yes, we managed to squeeze it in. It's tight. It's not really accurate, but it's there and it represents it. And I'm quite proud of it. It's Didcot Parkway. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back to the UK-inspired rail network. As I said, I've done it, and it's just built a road on that crop field as we're doing that there. That can't happen. I'm going to have to change that to me owned. It's literally... Did you see that? Anybody see that pop in there? Just there. Just there. Why did it do that? That's wild. Let's fix that, and then we'll go through it. Right. I think I need to make this owned by moi. Stop doing that. Naughty. There we go. That should now just encourage that to build there. Okay, so yes, we built Didcot Parkway. I've put a town here, because that's all town. And because we were so close to Reading, obviously there's stations in between. There's a great big stretch of track. It's massive. There's loads of stations. There's lots of countryside. So I did kind of a hybrid because of the distance, basically. I'm not going to lie. Because of the distance, I had to do some sort of hybrid and kind of make it up as I went along. This side of the map, as I said in previous videos, has been really challenging to me. My main aim was to get the sort of the nice bits around the stations, a little bit of nice between, and get in the main sort of features of the stations. I thought I bit the bullet and I said to myself, it doesn't matter about the distance. We can fill that in. We could do some fields. We can do some villages or houses. We can fill that in no matter what the distance. We can do that. It's fine. We'll just work to the restrictions of the game. Let's just get the nice bits done. That includes like the stations, the sidings and things like that. So Didcot Parkway, it's a mixture of the King's Cross assets and random building assets. I did the best I could. We got a little bus stop here. I haven't got any buses yet. We need to set some buses off there, but it's there. And I just sort of downloaded some different old building kind of, you know, well, this one's more modern, some old building. I did get my little turntable in. We've got some 08s just parked up on there. We have got that on there. We did get that in. And I've just put some different assets down, some 08s, some carriages carrying some old rail, you know, different rail works. I don't know what they call, you know, just freight truck things. That's what it just seems to be laying around here. It just seems to be lots of different oldie things. I just did, for a laugh there, I got a bit carried away, but I just did a big army of 08s just parked up there chugging. And I did the same here. Just, you know, a bit of assets work. Some freight full of what looks like concrete slabs. Just place them in there, you know, just to make it look good. I think it looks good. Then I put a warehouse here, multi-story. Now, there is a pedestrian bridge that crosses diagonally to here. I'm not going to be able to get that in, so we're just going to leave it like that. And then I had to sort of get creative with the edge of the map here, so I just did a nice curved bridge road. It's kind of, in reality, it's kind of like this railway kind of goes that way, and it's a straight bridge, and then access here. One thing I did look, and I scoured Google Maps. I'm not sure how people get here, in here. I have no idea how people get. There's no road access. Do they just wing it and run across the railway, or do they get off, maybe get access from the platform? I'm not sure. So I just sort of left it like that. Yeah. So we got a warehouse here. So we can get some sort of supplies to the city at some point as well. This is sort of freight access here. So we'll work that out as the map sort of, you know, as we extend the railway, I guess, and we'll see what we can do. I know we can. There is sort of connections down into London where we can, you know, link up the freight from that sort of side of the map as well. But we'll see, and we'll get creative. We'll see what happens as we build up now. I'm reasonably happy with this. It's quite good. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this railway because we're running out of maps. So I might just drop this into a tunnel and then leave it at that, and then we'll carry on with this one. So what I did in between is a little bit of farmland here. I'm hoping this builds out to this and fills this. So I just fenced it off. Fenced it off one side, did two different fences just to make it look a bit more interesting. And I'm hoping that Didcot will just build out into this here. We're already getting a bit of traffic, so we do need to get some buses going so people start using the rail instead. This side, I did a nice bit of sort of soil and I think it's corn or wheat fields here just to sort of fill the space. Same here, and it kind of is behind this. I did do the sidings at Reading. I did build them out. They are huge compared to what they really are, but I did build them out, and there are sort of fields behind it. We've got some train assets here parked, and they are in use. The two sets of sidings are in use. The trains are kind of just sorting themselves out right now. We have the sidings here that are in use, and I think I'm using one of these as well. So the trains sort of come out of, they drop, this one might do it actually. It looks like it's going to do it. They come out of Paddington once they've dropped off fly all the way up here, use either this one or this one. And what happens is the ones that park here will stop here for their time. Is that going in? Is it going in? Yeah, it's going in. So it will park up here or up there, and it will stop, then go up here, turn back here, and then rejoin the main line here. So that's what I've done there. The junctions are as accurate as I can get them. I'm reasonably happy with them. They look pretty good. They work. That's the main thing. They work, and we've got some sort of simulation. Not only that, we get some trains parked up. It's just not assets, and it's trains actually using them. They're parking and stopping. So this one actually isn't that one. This one bypasses this, comes up here, and it stops here for about 5 minutes or something. I can't quite remember. I have put an 800 here, or half an 0800. It's not a phone number. Half an 800 here. I'm toying with the idea of getting rid of the HSTs and just putting 800s on this line and just going crazy. Yes, that will not go through that asset. I've made sure that it uses this part and goes through here nice and slowly as well. So yeah, Didcot Parkway's done. The Reading sort of sidings and services is done. I'm not sure what we're going to do next. I'm not entirely sure. I downloaded a few different assets for this. As I said, some of the assets I've been using on the stream build as well, so I sort of used them on this. And I couldn't remember the name of them either, so I kind of had to load up the stream build, go back and find them. I wanted some sort of scrap. If anybody joins me on my live streams weekly, we really struggle just to like line areas with just random stuff. And I couldn't remember for the life of me, but I managed to put some different sort of old rail piles and sort of blocks and bits of pipe and things. And I just wanted to lay some bits around, bits of wood. I just had a little play with it. We've got some sort of different bits here. And I also got some old, I think somewhere... yeah, some old containers and things like that, just to fill the space, because sometimes you just need stuff, you know, and a lot of these old sort of train yards have sort of just stuff lying around. I just wanted to try and fill that. So I had a little play with that and put those down. And as I said, I think it's from an author called Soviet, I think. And they just need, and I couldn't remember for the life of me the actual name of the mod. So I had to load up the stream build and then find out what they were. And I keep forgetting to put Discord in streamer mode. So all I can hear in the background is... I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it is what it is. So that's what we did. And we've got a nice line of trees here. I'm not sure. There's more housing here, but I'm not really sure. I'm going to leave that for now. At eye level, we just see the trees. Maybe I'll lay some more housing here in the future as we carry on going up. But I wasn't really sure, and I didn't want to get too crazy with things that you don't really see. I know it's all nice when you're looking overhead. I didn't want to get too crazy. I just dropped it. That's going to be renamed. I'm not sure what I'm going to name that, but that's just some industry that I want just to build out here as well. And I'll give it some sort of demand at some point, so it will grow and fill sort of this sort of space I want it to fill. Reading's sort of slowly stretching out in the direction I wanted it to stretch out to, which is good. I want it to come all the way down here. My next sort of plans, I'm either going to build another station further north, or I'm going to finish this. Maybe get Heathrow really pop in here and sort of sort out what I'm going to do with this terrain. So that might be what I do next. I may record that and commentate through that. It all depends. I'll have a look at Heathrow, see if it's worth it, see if it requires my full attention just to sort of sit here and veg and do it, or if I really want to do it. So I'll make a decision about that later on this week, where we need to get the next episode done. I think I do need to do some more sort of commentary builds, because I've just been sort of sitting here in my own little vegetative state, just sort of doing this and sort of playing with the railway, which has been quite nice, because sometimes I feel like it's different. You don't enjoy it as much, or I don't seem to enjoy it as much when I'm doing commentary build, but I don't mind doing it when it's just sort of building out railway and stations. It has been quite nice to just sit here and have a little play with this. And I've looked back down and I've done a few little bits and fixed a few little bits and bobs down towards London as well as I've loaded this map. And it's quite nice, because what I do is throughout the week in between doing the other bits and bobs, the other content like the toolbox and my shorts and different things like that. When I'm building this build now, when I am doing sort of a bit of the detailing and bits and bobs, I can sort of dip in and out of this, so I can sit there for an hour or so and just play with it in my own time. Maybe stick the radio on or something, an audio book in the background, and just sort of slowly build it. So it has been quite nice to do that. But we do need to do some more sort of commentary builds and plan how I'm going to run this line. I've got to look at the other lines as well, because how there's sort of like a lot of roads lead to Birmingham, so I've got to kind of work that out as well and see where we get to and how it will all play out in the end, because we are sort of this side of the map, I think, is because in the early days I neglected it, so now we're running out of space and I've got to get a little bit creative with it. We'll see what we can do either way. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with a cab ride. And I think it's on a 377 GWR service. We're going to go from Paddington. What we are actually going to do is we're going to leave this terminus here. We're going to go down to Paddington. Not the terminus. We're going to leave this service yard. We're going to go down to Paddington, load up, and then make our way up to Didcot Parkway. As always, I really, really appreciate your support. The support for this channel over the last month has been fantastic. And I'm not sure if that's something to do with the fact that I've kind of upped my game a little bit as well. And we're sort of delivering more content. As always, this video will be members only for the first week, so it will drop on a Thursday, and then the following Thursday will be released to the rest of you minions. If you want to get it early, you can join from as little as 99p a month. There's a 99p tier, there's a 4 or 5.99 tier, and I've also added a tier 3, which is 8.99 as well. Thank you very much for all the members that have joined so far. Again, like I said, over the last month, I've had an influx of members joining the live streams along with me as well. We've been having a lot of fun with that, and I've got some sort of plans for the next sort of 6 months as well. I really want to expand on it. I'm really enjoying making content for you guys and getting to know you guys in Discord as well. It's been brilliant. So thank you very much. I am tangenting now. I'm trying to extend this video out a little bit for some reason or other. Who knows? Thank you very much for watching. If this video is now public, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you want to become a member, it should just be down. You can hit that join button as well. Don't forget, as of right now, I'm streaming every Friday from 1 p.m. UK time. I'm looking to extend that and trying to. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/DGUK, or obviously on here on YouTube as well. I am looking at expanding that as well. I'm toying with the idea of a bit of Kick, but it doesn't quite work with the way I do the streaming software and the way chat works right now, because the chat software I use doesn't actually incorporate Kick. So I was like, maybe I won't, maybe I'll wait, and that'll be something I do in my own time. Just build up these 2 platforms for now. Anyway, just telling you needless information again. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the cab ride. I'll see you guys in the next one.